Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Tamana, hope you're fine. Today we're going to make a pinhole. So these are all the things you need to make a pinhole with, okay? So let's start making our pinhole. We have got our card and we're going to take tin foil and we're going to sandwich it inside and make a hole in it with a pin. Now we'll leave this aside. And we'll take a long tube, any tube, you can have toilet paper tube or kitchen tube, it's up to you. And we'll mark a point, because my tube is too long, I will cut it into half. One half I'll leave aside and the other half I'll use to make my pinhole from. So I'll cut it right now. I'm done cutting with it and you guys can halves of it. I'll leave one half aside and start making my pinhole. So this tube also I'll cut it into two halves, but one half will be big and the other one will be small. Guys, you know all cameras need light to work, so first we'll start making our aperture. The small part from which I'm going to cut in this tube is going to be our aperture. So I'm marking the place and then I'm going to cut it. Now I'm cutting it like this. Now I got two parts for a tube, one small, that's our aperture, and the other big one. So I'm going to take the small tube, put it on a tin foil and trace it around. That will give me a circle. And now I'm going to make a bigger circle around our tiny circle, because you know you gotta put it on top of the small tube, so yes. Now I'm going to cut the circle on the tin foil. I'm done cutting the circle. Now I'm going to put the circle on top of the tube, on top of the small tube, and I'm going to take a tape and tape it around so that it gets stuck properly on it, because you know that's where the light is going to pass through. Now I'm just going to tape it around. I'm done taping it around. Now I'm going to take a baking paper. You can, if you have a brown baking paper, that's fine. If you have a white baking paper, that's also fine. Now I'm going to trace the circle again around. Now I'm going to make small squares on like the opposite sides of it, because we want to stick it. This will be our screen on which our image will project on. I'm just going to cut a square around it. If you guys don't want to do that, that's also fine. You can just straight go in and cutting it around this shape. But I'm just going to cut it in a square shape because... And now I'm going to cut the shape. And then we're going to stick it on to the aperture. but not on the tin foil. We're going to do it on the opposite side. I'm done cutting the shape. Now I'm going to leave all the dust aside, and I'm going to stick this shape on the other side of the aperture, as I already told you guys. So you guys can stick it with tape. And guys, I'm done sticking the tape and our aperture is all ready. Now we're going to just put the tube back together again with a tape. You might need a little help here because these two parts may move, so you can ask your elder to help you. Done with that also, but there might still be some light that may be going through it, or there might be some light that's inside it. We're going to cover this with a tin foil. You can also cover it with a black colored paper if you have. So we're going to cover it like this. We're going to make sure no light comes into it, or if there's any lights inside it, it stays there. And now we're just going to tape it and square it tight. There might be some extra tin foil. We're just going to push it inside the tube. Then we're going to take a white or a black paper and put it inside our pinhole. And that's it, our pinhole is ready. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please like, share and subscribe. Do follow us on Instagram and Facebook. See you in the next video. Till then, bye. Take care. Thank you. See you all.